Dirty Talks.
We're rolling dirty. Ready.
Okay. All right. Hey, skaters. This is Dirty Deborah Harry with the Dirty School of Skating. I'm here with my amazing sidekick, Rolly Locks.
That's me, full of spirit.
That's true. That's true. As you all know, Rolly does all the filming and editing of all of our videos. And she's just, God's gift to me. Aww. For real. Okay. So listen, as always, we're giving you this podcast in a timely manner. I think the last one we did was like 4 years ago. So we are not known for getting these things out, but literally this stuff is organic, meaning we only get together when I'm like, oh, I got something I want to talk about. Am I right?
Absolutely. She's like, once she's fired up about a topic, she's like, come over. I got something.
And also, I think we are the queens of never preparing for anything. And like, you are prepared the technical side of things, but we never have anything mapped out. You know, people ask if stuff is scripted in our videos, and we're like, no, absolutely not.
It's not. Although, if it were up to me, it would be to the nth. So it's good it's not, because you teach me how to be organic and spontaneous and just be myself, because inevitably I was one of those people when I was young, not so much anymore, that I would practice a phone call to the insurance company.
Oh, Lord.
Or whoever big I had to talk to. I'd be like, I'd write it down.
No, I like to do that stuff raw.
Yeah.
I like to go off with just only partial information and just give it to them, especially an insurance company. I'm already coming in hot. No, but people think our videos, like the video, it's scripted. You guys really script this stuff. And I said, to be completely 100% honest, the vast amount of tutorial videos starts off with... Rolly here gets all the technical stuff, and she goes, let's do a sound check. And then she goes, okay, so what are we shooting? And I go, I don't know. And then I skate around for like 30 seconds, and I go, let's do this. Like, I never know what we're going to talk about. I never know what tutorial we're going to do. Just literally I skate around and go, okay, let's just do this.
But you're so good at it. Like, I've told you this so many times. We've probably shared this on a previous podcast, but this woman is literally one and done.
Oh, yeah.
And, I've been in the industry a little enough to know that most people require more than one take.
Oh, yeah. There is no multiple takes. I get it, one and done, or we just go home. Like, I am not going to do it again.
But I kept telling her that. I kept telling her what an amazing gift that is that she has. And she doesn't understand it because she just lives it.
I only want to do it once.
Remember when she shot with some serious professionals back at Flippers.
Yeah.
And the gentleman that was your director that day kept telling you all this stuff before he got rolling. And then he rolled. And then afterwards, he was like,
He was like, so this guy has gone on to do some major stuff. And so it's always like, it's just funny to me. So he's like fully into directing. He's like, okay, you could do this and then say this. And I'm like, dude, just let me roll. Okay. I understand. Like, I just need the basic framework of what you need me to do. And then I'll just run with it. I go, okay, start rolling. Let's go. And boom. And he was like, okay, that was good. All right, next. And I was like, because I'm looking at my watch and I'm like, I really can only pay attention to this stuff for about a half an hour. Like, when I hear about people in movies and they were saying, we had to do this scene and we had to do 57 takes, dude, I would quit that movie. I would quit so fast. I cannot stand the idea of hurry up and wait.
Then you do not belong
in the entertainment
television
industry. No. It is hurry up and wait. Like everything's like go because I've done a thing or two. No.
She has.
Yeah, I've done a little thing here and there. And it's always hurry up and wait. And I'm like, for what? Get your shit together and then call me. Like, I want to do it right now.
You missed, which was the biggest part of it, is he was blown away by you. He communicated to you like, this is unusual.
Yes.
This is not typical, especially if someone that
you
isn't
have an unusual.
In the best way.
See, because I don't think it's unusual. I think it's because I'm just like, hurry up. I've got it in my brain and I got to get it out right now. If you've
done that
prepare
with me
too much, if we're writing stuff down, I feel like my brain could organize it super quick and then I get it out and then we're done with it and we're moving on. So if there's too much time. So yeah, but it was great because he was super happy because
I was
like
glad
he went home early.
Yeah. And the bottom line is I was glad that you got to hear it from someone else besides me, this imposter. And I knew that this was incredible, but I'm like, it's just coming from me. So you got to hear it from a professional who's been around the block and can tell you,
Well, I think you are both a professional and a person who's been around the block.
Hey.
Well, at least on your roller skates.
On my roller skates.
Okay, so today, speaking of roller skates, so this happens all the time. You guys, I get a ton of emails, and it's always around this time of year, where people say, hey, I'm so-and-so. I've watched all your videos, which is so nice. Like, it's so great. And then they say, I'm coming to Southern California, and I want to skate. When are you guys open? Or do you know, can I get a private lesson with you? Or do you know what I should? And I'm like, listen, I told Adria, all these people come out. They all come out during spring and summer. And they come to Southern California. And then I feel bad when they come here because they end up skating at like one place. And when you put your skates on an airplane,
oh, yeah, you got to make some
You
use.
cannot just come and then skate one place. So her and I have been talking about this forever. Like the idea that we have to put together the very comprehensive, every single place you can skate in Southern California. However, because I am the way I am, this isn't comprehensive. This is organic and off the top of our head, since this is the first time she's hearing about this.
I didn't know.
So she has different places that she skates than I do, and then we have things in common. So we're just going to start telling you about all the ins and outs and the different places you can skate when you come here to Southern California. And then we will have a video eventually, which we've been trying to make for a year.
It's on deck. It's on deck.
Okay. That has a lot of visuals of all the places we're going to talk about. Okay. So let me first explain. These are two things that you 100% have to know. If you are flying into Southern California, we aren't San Francisco. We are not the Bay Area. Southern California, then there's Central California, then there's Northern California. If you were coming for a couple of days, you can't do the whole thing. You can't be like, I'm going to go to San Francisco and then I'll just stop by the rink. It's a very far drive, very long. I mean, what, like 7-9 hours, something like It's insane. So you're either going to come to Southern California or you're going to go to the Bay Area. God love all of you who live in Central California. We know you. We love you. But no one's specifically going there for skating.
Oh.
A lot?
Well,
there are some places.
There
are some skate parks. So there are. But real Central California.
No, there's no
I'm talking
rink
like
that's
Central.
Yeah.
Not like what we think is Central. Anyway,
okay, I got you.
I mean,
Sorry.
Central California, you got to be smelling livestock. I'm talking that Central. Okay, anyway. Brain. Okay, so when you come here, you have to say, I'm going to go to Southern California. When we say Southern California, skating-wise, we're talking like San Diego, Orange County, LA, the Inland Empire, and maybe Ventura County. Like all those, and then up to like Santa Barbara. Okay, so all those areas, right? When you fly in, there's different places you can fly in. Internationally, you're going to have to go to LAX. So Los Angeles International Airport. However, if you are flying in from other places domestically, you can fly right into Long Beach. Long Beach has its own airport. Long Beach, arguably the epicenter of roller skating here. We have an airport. That airport is, from my house, that airport's like right over there. We could walk there.
We could walk
there.
That was our backup plan once.
Yeah, we'll just walk up.
Okay, well, when we land, if, Yvonne doesn't get home on time, we'll just walk.
I think it's literally like less than a mile away from my house.
Might be a struggle to walk with all my luggage.
That's true.
My carpetbagger luggage.
Wheels. You know how we have these advanced designed baggage, luggage, and it has wheels on it, like rollerblade wheels. Adria does not need that. What Adria likes is to have something a little more organic.
Complicated.
She likes to have something that's a little bit like carpetbaggery. Like it's really like... It's made out of old, heavy upholstery, and it's got like one working handle and a broken zipper.
It was a gift from my grandma when I was 12.
Carrying around her family baggage.
Literally.
Right? So
then we get an Uber.
I think I was almost at a point when we went to Vegas and you had that baggage. I then went to like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, wherever, and I was like, do I just buy her luggage? Or is that intimate? Like, are you crossing a line when you're like, I'm sorry, grandma's bag's got to go and I got you something for $49.99 at Marshall's.
I love you for it. I absolutely love you for it. I must confess, I did upgrade,
You guys
when we went to RollerCon.
I
got, did I?
Did you get it at Costco?
Wherever it was, it's got wheels now because I learned my lesson.
Because
I was worried I was going to get fired. From the Dirty School Escape.
Well, because she was almost not let on the airplane. She looked like, God love her. She got ill, right? And it wasn't herself, but she was real bad, right? And she looked like she might like get on the plane, move in and never leave. She'd be like that homeless person that you're like, oh man, I feel bad. Just let them stay. And like she'd just be doing a bunch of flights back and forth to Vegas until she wakes up on her own.
Oh man.
But now that she's got real luggage.
I guess this could turn into good advice for all you wanting to do a skatecation.
Yeah.
Maybe get some luggage on wheels. That will help your journey.
Yes, for those tremendously. Of you who are not just duffel bagging it, So anyway, you can fly into Long Beach Airport domestically. So if you fly into LAX because you're going to international or you're coming from New York or something, you just go in there. You can fly into LAX, but can I just tell you, we're not picking you up. If you fly into LAX, we're not picking you up. Like, we're not.
When she says we're, she means anyone who lives in California does not want to pick you up from LAX.
No one's picking you up.
And when you ask us to, you will get the look of death.
Wait, it's an all-day thing
You'll get
for
a
us.
dirty
Like, if
look.
I have to go to the airport and pick you up, I've got to mentally and emotionally prepare for the journey, right?
Oh, it's a
whole thing.
A big ask. Ask me to help you move.
Yeah,
that's
the same
fine.
thing.
I'm going to say I'd rather help you move than pick you up at LAX.
Let's do a whole thing on things I'd rather do than pick someone up at LAX. A root canal.
Yes.
Go.
Yeah, change a baby's diaper all day.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
it's horrendous.
Yeah,
I'd rather have a head cold.
I'd rather go to Disneyland.
Oh, and that's not saying a lot, please.
I would rather stand in numerous lines to go on ridiculous rides at Disneyland in the heat with children screaming, eating a churro. Which actually, that would be really good.
That'd be
I
like,
don't mind that.
the
But
bonus.
like, yeah, I'd rather go to Disneyland and be miserable than pick you up at LAX. But so anyway, you're not getting picked up. You fly into LAX,
Uber
you can
or something.
Okay, so you can go into Long Beach, but also, and we're going to talk about that too. You can go into Long Beach, but you can also go to John Wayne Airport, which is Orange County, Santa Ana, SNA. Right? SNA for, yeah.
AKA John Wayne.
John Wayne, that's in Orange County. You can fly into there. You can also fly into Burbank Airport. You can fly into Ontario, which is in the Inland Empire. If you're in San Diego's got an airport.
Or Long Beach. We've said that, but
Long Beach. Listen, if you want to be in the epicenter of things happening, get into Long Beach Airport. Now, no matter whatever airport you get into, your next decision has to be what, and you already have done this, go get your rental car, because not only are we not picking you up, but you're not taking public transportation, okay? It doesn't exist here. I mean, it does, but it's kind of like it's an experience, okay? So you know how like sometimes you think like, I'm ready for some danger. I'm ready to experience the grittiness of life. I'm ready to have awkward conversations from strangers that feel very invasive.
that probably carry carpet bags.
Right?
You can find me on public.
Do you really just
transport.
You want to carry all your belongings and your skates and then get on a bus or a train and meet locals? That's what you're going to do in the public transportation. However, it's not going to get you anywhere. Honey, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. The buses aren't going to take you anywhere. The trains won't take you anywhere. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. We interviewed this kid at the Rink. He was so awesome. He had a twin brother. He came in and he was like, he wants to get a job at the Rink. He's new to town, right? But he's lived other places. So this kid and his brother have lived in Chile and Japan. Okay?
Wow.
Wild, right? Only 18. So I'm talking to him on the phone and I say to him, hey, honey, can I ask how old you are? 18. Okay, great. No problem. You can work at the Rink. This will be great. Let's talk some more. And I said, I just had this feeling. And I said to him, hey, do you have access to a car? And I would normally not ask that because everyone has a car here, right? And he said, no, but don't worry. I already looked it up. And from Long Beach to the Fountain Valley Skating Center, which takes me 15 minutes by my car, maybe 20. He goes, oh, that's okay. I looked it up. And by bus, it only takes an hour and 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh my God. And he showed up and it took him 3 buses. And listen, we don't have time for that. You need to rent a car. You gotta rent a car. You can do Ubers, right?
Yeah, either one.
Money.
I think a car rental in the long run is much cheaper.
It's way cheaper. And when my friends came out from Australia, that was really great because when they first started coming out, so this was back in my skate friends, back in like 2012 when they first started coming out, and they were coming out like every year. We'd go and pick them up at the airport. And I was down for it though. Back then I was like, I'll do it. Now LAX is just like constantly in a state of construction, so it's just a mess. But after a while I was like, hey, guess what? I'm not doing it. And they these 2 guys, one named Dirty Five, he was coming out and I'm like, dude, you got to rent a car. So he shows up at my house and he shows up with another guy and named Alan. And shout out to Alan. They show up and they look shell-shocked because they just got a rental car from LAX and drove to Long Beach, which is about 30 minutes, 35 minutes for, in their mind, they're driving on the wrong side of the road the whole time, and they'd never done it before. So you know how angsty it is.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
When you drive out of LAX, you're just like, it is like it's like a video game. You're like,
it's like getting thrown into a derby match.
Right. And you've never played before.
Yeah.
It's like all the rules go out the window. It's just all crazy. So when they got here in their little rental car, the look on their face, but they were great after that. They were great. But anyway, so listen, you have options for airports. Look at all of them. And then you have options. You got to Uber or you got to rent a car.
I'm going to interrupt and say, you guys need to listen to Dirty because this woman is so kind. I've been her barnacle sidekick long enough to know the enormous amount of responsibility she takes on herself to make sure that people who are coming to visit for skating are well cared for or hauled around to the proper places. And I've learned to go, no, I'm not coming with you, Dirty, because she'll have visitors that come to the rink and then she'll suggest places and she just loves people and ends up driving them all over
they
the
end
place.
Up in the car.
And no one's paying her nothing for any of it. And she's literally giving random strangers tours of Huntington Beach, Long Beach.
Is true.
Where their hotel telling them, and I'm in the back seat going, wow, how did I get roped into this tour?
Again, none of this is planned. It's always organic. There was these two gals that came to Monday night a while back, and they were like, yeah, we're from Atlanta, blah, 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 blah. We just came out. We watched all your videos. We're like, we got to go to the Fountain Valley Skating Center. So they show up, and I'm like super excited to meet them. So then because, when you're from somewhere else and you come to the Fountain Valley Skating Center as like Mecca, and you got to go because you've seen it in videos. Trust and believe I'm super excited to see you, right? I give them T-shirts. We're taking pictures in the rink. I always put them to work, which means you get behind the skate counter and pass out skates, and we totally have a good time, right? So at the end of the night, it's after hours now. We've closed up. I walk out, and these two women are standing out front, and I said, hey.
Can I just take a long shot? Did they end up in your car?
Of course they did. I said, where are you guys going back to? And they go, Long Beach. I go, where about? And they got a hotel room, so smart, right next to the hotel. And I go, get in the car. And then I was like, well, I'm sorry if you're comfortable with that. I don't want to order you into my car. I don't want to get in trouble later. But hop in the car, ladies. I got you. Let's take you home. Yeah. And I was like, you don't have to wait for Uber. So the good thing is that once you are here and you start interacting with skaters, there is a good chance that there are people that will help you navigate from place to place. So if you're going to Uber around, there is a very good chance because there's some very nice skaters that live in LA.
Yeah, like
and
yourself.
Then they skate at the Fountain Valley Skating Center. So that could be anywhere from 30, 45, an hour and 20 minutes out. If like you're coming from real far out. And then they will meet new skaters at the rink and know that they're in town and be like, okay, where do you want to go? And they'll drive them around. So it's possible, but I'm just telling you, doing it by bus is not possible. Everything here, you have to be in a car. Doing it by, there are some trains. I'm just telling you, it's not good. It's not safe for you. Okay? All right. So now that we've...
what are we, like, let's see.
This is going to be 8 hours long.
Yeah, we're about 24, 20.
Okay, let's talk about where you need to go.
Let's talk about skating.
I'm just going to focus on, you've come to Long Beach, okay? you're in LA, let's say you went to LAX, you got in there. You got to go to Venice Beach. Venice Beach, we know this is famous. They redid the whole skate circle not too long ago. It is thriving skate community. You can go there. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner, advanced, doesn't matter. You can go out there, you can skate the boardwalk, you can skate the circle, and you will undoubtedly meet famous skaters there.
Oh, so and that's skate the bowl. Skate park on the beach. It's incredible.
Okay, that thing is so famous and so intense. Like, yeah, go there. Just go.
I mean, even if you don't want to skate it, it's just like entertainment for
so
much of your
awesome.
time. You can just watch everyone.
So you're going to do Venice Skate Circle and the Venice Skate Park right on the beach. It's the famous. You'll love it. It's really, really good. You can also, if you're in the LA area, when we say LA, there's LA City, which is like downtown LA City, and then all the other cities that are around that are part of LA County just will go the LA area. Okay, that's what we're going to call it. Okay. You go to Moonlight Rollerway in Glendale is the roller rink that they use for all the movies. So if you want to go inside and see the vintage style, like this place was born in the 50s and it's never changed, okay? Floor is super, super smooth. They are intense about their treatment and care of the floor. So might I say that if you're skating on fibers, they will not let the fiber wheels touch that floor, okay?
Oh, really? What happens to the floor with a fiber?
Okay, so if you're sliding using fibers, and this happened at our rink, and we had to replace parts of the our skating floor, but hey, we don't care. We just do it. You push hard enough with those fiber wheels and it cuts grooves into the wood floor, the maple wood floor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it does damage. It damages it. But it has to be intense. Like you can skate on a wood floor and it's not a big deal. But excuse me, if you're doing sliding, and it tends to be when skaters slide a lot on fiber wheels, they're doing it into the same area over and over and over. So at our rink, there was a big patch that we had to cut out and totally replace because of the damage from fibers. But again, we don't care. Fountain Valley Skater Center, come with your fibers, baby. We don't mind. But if Moonlight Rollerway, really, you want to go there for the vintage feel. You want to go in and see where they filmed all your favorite skate movies? That's where they did it. Moonlight Rollerway. Is there any skate parks out there besides from...
I'm having a brain freeze. What city is it in?
If you're anywhere in LA, do you like to go to skate parks out there? I'm going to look up
there's
something
Pedlo. That's a famous one. Or not famous, but a big one out there. In LA. And then there's, I think anything else that you would consider closer to Long Beach. So
okay.
You're not counting Long Beach. You're saying inland.
I'm not there yet. Okay. So if you're still in LA, in the LA area, okay, so this is from Gail, and Gail lives in Pasadena, and Gail, Gail goes everywhere, okay? So I was like, hey, Gail, where do you like to skate in the places that I don't skate? It's not that I don't skate them. It's just that I'm lazy and don't want to drive places.
Yeah, you get to where you have enough near you.
Right? So she was saying that you definitely need to hit. Hold on. Okay. So she says outdoors. LA Historic Park near Chinatown. The Chandler Bike Path, and this is Burbank to NoHo. It says Sanity Skaters host a weekly outdoor roll. Pasadena City Hall hosts an annual Juneteenth Roll Family Fest at Lacey Park. San Marino. Hold up. Okay, where's the thing about... Okay. Also, LA Kings Burbank Sports Center at Ralph Foy Park. You check their IG for their schedule. They have pickup hockey games, derby, artistic, recreational. Oh, and this one, Mar Vista. Gotta look it up, Mar Vista. Free, but you gotta check their schedule. Lincoln Heights Youth Center. They have $5 day passes. The Cage in North Hollywood. So
Wow.
listen, there's a lot going on in LA, and I want to tell you this. I'm going to write all this down in the description in this video, or
Well, that's a good idea.
I won't. Because
I mean, the end of the day,
End of the
everyone
day-
is capable of looking up skating and
end of the day, I have good
planning their
intentions.
life.
And I'm like, hey, you need to go here and you need to go there. I'm gonna link everything down below. And then I get the video and I get it going and I like get so excited about getting it out there. And then I think, oh, I have to do all that research and homework, and me not liking the plan for anything.
So
I'm
did
just
you
like,
want
no,
me to just
boom.
edit that
And I
part
just-
out?
Yeah. I'm just like, whatever. Okay. I'm just saying there are things. There are things. There are places to go. So when you mosey your way down to Long Beach, okay, you need to go to Junipero, also known as Junipero or Junipero. The locals, the people, the native people here, the people who've been here forever, Junipero. Okay, we like to mispronounce it. That's just how you do it when you live here. Junipero. Okay, Junipero is a famous hill that all the skaters bomb. Okay, that is at Ocean and Junipero or Cherry or Bluff Park. Okay, there is an outdoor skating rink that is opening up, and rumor has it that it's opening up this March. Now, mind you, it was supposed to open up last March. It's completely built, and it's just caged in right now. So they're supposed to undo that.
wonder if there's like insurance stuff they
What?
have to do. Or,
You know, you can blame it on that, or the guy who tunneled through the hill and destabilized it and stuff.
What?
Stuff like that. Stuff like that goes on. So anyway,
Ooh, that
let's
sounds
just
like a fun conspiracy.
think positive thoughts, because that's supposed to open up in March.
Yeah.
In actuality, the fencing might be taken down in February.
It's
So
cute.
we'll
It
see.
looks like a little racetrack for roller
So
skaters.
they got like a big oval, right?
Yeah.
So you can play roller derby on it if you want, but otherwise it's like dance skating, right? And then they have a smaller section, which is supposed to be for the beginners, which I think is going to be so much fun. Like I cannot wait, because
Yeah, that's a
here's
good
the
idea.
big Junipero Hill where you see everyone bombing, you see all those beautiful pictures, and then right next to that is the skating rink. Right next to that is a little eatery where you can get cocktails. Okay. And then there's a big
Do they
place-
serve cocktails?
Yes.
Oh,
and
wow,
then
I
there's
didn't
a big
realize that.
kids playground thing. And then there's one of those other workout places, you know, where it looks like it just has the
Outdoor.
stuff that you would have in prison.
Oh.
You know, so you can get in real good shape.
Tell me, how come you know what they have in prison?
I've seen movies. I've dated.
You know that's some women's dreams.
What, to date prisoners?
Yeah.
Well, at least you know where
do
they
that.
are.
They do that. Yeah.
You know where they
Then
are.
you know they ain't cheating.
That's true.
Or
And you don't have to pick up after them. Yeah, it's a little bit. I can't have that because, well, as you know, my husband frowns on that kind of stuff. So
does he now?
there's that.
Wow.
And it's also too much of a written relationship. I don't want to have that kind of pen pal situation. I don't have to be writing you.
Yeah.
You know, and also I don't answer the phone. So if
Yeah.
you're going to
You
be
hardly
calling me,
text back.
yeah, you're going to be.
I'm lucky when I get a big smiley face response from Dirty.
I can't just
I'm
send you
teasing.
emojis. Okay, so when you want apparel, also you've got a huge amount of boardwalk. You can skate all the way up to the lighthouse.
Which I still have not done because the last time we went there, it was closed for
They closed for
construction.
filming all the time.
Oh, filming.
All the time. They were
I would
probably
like to do that.
filming Dexter again, but that's
Oh,
cool too because a lot of times you'll get down there and you'll see things being filmed. So that is a super, super fun area in Long Beach. Now, what's also good about Long Beach is you can go to Pigeon Skate Shop, right? You got to hit the skate shops. Rumor has it that Moxie's moving back into Long Beach with a warehouse type situation. So you never know what's going to go on there. And then, okay, so I'm thinking mentally when we're moving down the coast, right? Oh, also Pigeons Roller Rink.
Yeah, but I don't. Okay, the one in Long Beach is closed right now.
The one in Long Beach is closed right now, but supposed to be opening back up in March.
Okay, I thought that was the rumor that it would reopen, which would be beautiful. And that's in a beautiful location right there on the marina.
It's right there in the marina. And if you are a fan of Dexter, you will recognize everything around there. And it's so fun because that's a nice little, like, it's kind of an indoor-outdoor rink. It has a feel like that. And then it's in a outdoor mall, tons of restaurants. That's so fun, right?
Oh, I love that little location. I'm glad to hear that she's been able to get it back.
Yeah. So she's getting that back, and they have tons of different themed nights. And I teach there on the weekends, so that's super good. Okay, then you're going to jump on the freeway, and you're going to drive down the 405 freeway south.
405.
The 405. Put the
California.
In front of it, okay?
Get on the 405.
And you're going to go to the Fountain Valley Skating Center.
To the,
Right?
Well, I was going to say exit Magnolia.
Yes. Exit Magnolia. Tell your Uber driver to exit Magnolia, and you go to the Fountain Valley Skating Center. Now, I can tell you, if you are going to come to the Fountain Valley Skating Center, you can email me. You can email me like, hey, Dirty, this is what people do. I'm coming down. I'll tell you all the good sessions for you.
I get so uncomfortable when you tell people that.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay.
I love it.
I know.
I love it because I'll tell you all the other places
you
to go to.
can only be so busy. Little lady.
Well, listen, I just want them to come to see me when I'm there. I'll tell you the other nights to go, but also, I mean, when they're there, then I direct them where? To Vans in Huntington.
Ooh, that's a good spot.
Tell them. You tell them.
Vans Skate Park in Huntington Beach is pretty epic. I'm not going to throw any shade on it after its remodel. I'm just not even going to go there. It's where all the pros go.
Yeah. But it's also, they have a very nice beginner-friendly street course.
Yes. Talk about that.
Okay.
I think that's a good feature about outdoor Vans. If you are dabbling in the skate park scene, that's where Dirty gave me my first lesson. It's still there. The whole place, that didn't change. So.
Yeah, so Vans has a street course, and then it has these big bowls and a huge vert ramp in the back. This is outdoors. It's free. It's free. You have to wear a helmet, wear pads. You got to sign a waiver. I think Wednesdays is the only day that's bike day for BMX, but any of the other days are open every day, you guys. This is a do not miss, okay? If you are a beginner, go, because this has a street course. It's so easy. There are so many beginner-friendly portions of this. In the back where the big bowls are, it's going to be more intense. It used to be a little bit more.
It had a little bit more of a middle ground.
Yeah, it had a nice roll-in, and now it's
you're going
just like,
beginner to advanced. There's no in between on those. Bowls.
And if you think you're going to come and get on the big vert ramp, you're not. It is. You have to. You got to kind of know someone, and they got to kind of know that you're okay with it, and then you'll get on it.
Yeah.
But that. So when people come to Fountain Valley Skate Park, I always say, are you interested in skate park? You got to go to Vans.
There is another couple skate parks that do have the more mediocre middle, like intermediate bowls. Both Volcom, which is in Costa Mesa, very close to Fountain Valley Skating Center.
Yeah, it's probably like 10, 15 minutes away.
And it has a nice size, smaller bowl for beginner, intermediate. And then even a little tiny park, which I love. It's called Liberty.
Oh, I love Liberty.
And I think that its address is Westminster.
Yeah, it's in Westminster.
But it isn't, it's not like deep in the Westminster. It's right on the edge of Huntington Beach and Westminster or something.
Yeah, well,
so
listen,
it's
all
close.
Of these
it's
things
really close.
Are right off the 405, which means you're going down the freeway and you're just exiting, and boom, right there. Like, you can come from Long Beach, you jump on the freeway, and then you can exit in Westminster Beach Boulevard. Boom, you go to Liberty Skate Park. It's kind of grungy, which
it's an older park.
I like that about
it,
though.
It's definitely, I mean, I would say regularly empty, which is surprising. Maybe it won't be now after we're sharing our secret location. But it's one of my favorites, just if I want to go and not have a lot of people there, and
I think it's pretty beginner friendly, but there are some stuff on it that's going to shake your core a little bit. You know where else I want to send people to? If you're in the Long Beach area, you can also go inland to Carruthers Park, Bellflower.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking of when you were talking about LA. Carruthers is a little more inland, but it definitely has a nice gradual bowl that it can accommodate a beginner just learning coping or someone who's a little more advanced.
Can I also say that when you go to these skate parks, if you are a roller skater going there and you have any kind of ideas about, oh my God, the skateboarders, blah, 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 they're not going to treat you poorly.
Oh my goodness, no. No. I have yet to encounter a zero. I maybe it's because I'm old though, and I'm not a threat. I don't know. I have just had nothing but love from the skateboarders. You know, like anything, you're respectful. You know, you were the one who taught me skate park etiquette, and
here's my
don't just
version.
jump in.
You want to hear my version of skate park etiquette? When I first started doing it, I would be like, okay, wherever the people are, I am not. So I'd go to the skate park, and if they were all over here, I'd be over here just doing my little thing over here trying to figure it out. This was years ago. And then they would move, and then I would move, and it would just be this little dance. And then sooner or later, we would encounter each other, and they would inevitably be like, wow, that's crazy. You can't get off those skates. And I said, yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out. But I realized then that as long as I gave other people their space, and I feel like that is something that goes against a little bit of what's going on in society now with like owning your space or taking space. I think one of the beauties about skating in the skate park is being self-aware enough and being aware of the situation outside of you to be like, I've come into this space, that person is working over there, so I will work over here. And I will work around, and then at some point we come together, and then when we come together, then we're trading off. Then it's like they're dropping in and doing their thing, and you're waiting, then you do, and then there's mutual respect going on, right?
I really agree with that 100%. Although you were the one who taught me, how to look at things, and generally speaking, you get what you give. I mean, you're kind and respectful, and
if you go,
I know you are. You're Dirty Deborah Harry's listeners and friends. You're all great people, and like I said, I definitely think skate parks get a bad rap. Although I don't go at night, so maybe it's a different vibe at night.
We're the morning club. Okay?
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean,
how early can we get there? I just want to tell you guys out there, please don't think that you can't go. And then when you do go, if you have any anxiety about it, just go where the people are not. And then, or just wait, be patient at the skate park. Like that is the biggest thing. You can't go there with the attitude of like, I've got to get it in. And these people are in my way and they didn't let me do this. And that person dropped in on me. But no, man, you got to pull back and say to yourself, if I don't feel comfortable skating with those people, then I need to be patient, skate on my own, and just be present in the experience of it. Don't make it something that's like this. Okay, that's a whole.
Thanks to you, and as an OG skate park lady at the skate park, Dirty paved the way. I would say the odds are you're going to run into another roller skater there nowadays.
God, yeah.
In California. I mean, I have met all my close roller skating buddies being at a skate park.
And how about this? Your roller skating buddy, and this goes for the rink too, could be like someone so out of your circle, it's not
true.
even funny. so, like I always say at the roller rink, you're like, oh, that's my 80-year-old friend. You know, it's insane. Or every time you go, I used to love this at Indoor Vans, unfortunately, which is not open anymore. There was this one kid named Oliver. Dude, I loved it when Oliver showed up at the skate park. He would be there working so hard, right? Oliver was like 11. We were buddies.
Were besties.
Okay, we were buddies. I
Yeah.
saw him and I was like, right there, dude. You practice harder than anyone. He's like, I just want to be so good at this. I want to be so good at this. You are speaking my language. And then he would do that little cute thing for me. Like, I would do something and he would bang his board.
Oh, that's a
which is like,
compliment. When a skateboarder
get
bangs
it,
their
Oliver?
board for you, you're like,
And I'm dying. And like, I would go home. I'd go to skate park by myself all the time. And I would go home and I'd be like, Oliver thinks I got something going on. This is great. That 11-year-old. But he was killing it. So I was like, obvious.
wonder what Oliver's doing now.
Who knows? But the skate park, and again, this could be a whole different podcast, but think of it as an option when you come here to Southern California. It's so great. Then let's talk outdoors a little bit.
Yeah.
If you go downtown, I love downtown Huntington Beach for outdoor skating. In also Long Beach, I already told you about the boardwalk that goes up to the lighthouse. But you can skate. Huntington Beach is pretty famous, Surf City, yada, yada. You can get on the boardwalk and just skate for miles. I mean, miles. Miles on that boardwalk. It's very friendly and fun.
Put on your outdoor gummy wheels. Your
God.
less hard wheels.
Please,
I'm just saying,
please, outdoor wheels.
yeah, it's a good boardwalk, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like
No, it can be
it's
challenging.
not like a tennis court.
It can be challenging, but it's pretty. But
Oops, sorry.
also, okay, outdoors, this is probably the absolute can't miss is 14th Street in Newport Beach. Okay, in Newport Beach, which is south of Huntington. So there's like Long Beach, Seal Beach, Sunset Beach, Bolsa Chica, Huntington, and then you get Newport, okay? Or you're going southbound. And this is great because you can take Pacific Coast Highway, which is all down there, and you're just getting beach views the whole time. You go to 14th Street in Newport Beach, and there is a blacktop that's huge on the sand. And that is where the elementary school has their recess, right? But it's just this huge blacktop with a couple of basketball courts. Okay, so long time ago,
I would like to shoot you there.
God.
I've seen videos of you there,
It's
but
so
I
gorgeous.
would love
And
to do
if
a
you want the
tutorial.
quintessential like California experience, this is it. So one time, a long time ago, way back in roller derby days, we were playing a team from Arizona, and we were going to go play them. And they booked it in July. Someone from our league booked it in July in Phoenix. I was like, who? Phoenix is an absolute oven. Like, what is it going to be? 300 degrees? It's insane. And once I got it in my brain that we were going to Phoenix in July, I was like, I'll quit. Like, I will quit before I go to Phoenix in July. So I said, why are we not inviting them out here? So we got the team to, and they were like happy to come out here. So they all flew out here and we played one night. We had a big game. It was super fun. It was all great. Then the next day we said, hey, let's go to 14th Street in Newport Beach and we'll play outside. Oh my God, you guys, we had these girls playing roller derby. Like, we chalked out the track. Everyone's just bringing coolers and food and, you know, everything. We get it out there. And then these girls stop and they're like, oh my God. And they're looking out and a pod of dolphins. It's just
That's
like,
so cool.
Oh my God. And you could see the water, you can feel it, you could smell the salt, that waves are coming in. I mean, it's just gorgeous. There's little places to eat and hang out. And I think that is absolutely 100% cannot be missed. Right?
Yeah, and I can't believe I haven't been there. I live here.
Okay, let's just commit and we'll do it. But you know how it's sort of like Disneyland. Sometimes you're like, those places that are right around you and you don't end up going. But Disneyland is a nightmare. So anyway, don't spend your money on it. Oh, I'm sorry. I should probably not say that. I do not want to get...
Oh, sorry. Okay.
And I don't dislike Disney. I mean, there was a time in the 80s where I almost considered myself a Disney adult. Or 90s.
I guess it's just what you like, right? It's just what you like. If you like that experience.
I did. I think what happens is you hit a certain age and then you're like, want to go back to your childhood. So, and in fact, that's what gets people into skating.
That is true. Maybe skating's like Disneyland. There's a lot of people that would be like, what? I ain't doing that.
Disney
Same
adult.
as Disneyland.
And you're like, I'm a skating adult. I'm a roller skating adult. I get all the things too. Buy all the things. Okay. So what are we? Oh, okay. If you're at the Fountain Valley Skating Center, you got to go to Backbeat Skates. Backbeat Skates is literally like 2 miles away. Backbeat Skates is a 1,200 square foot brand new maplewood floor with mirrors.
You say that
because I've said it so many times.
She's like,
it's a commercial. Got a ballet bar. But they are the only in existence Rydell fitting studio. They specialize in the higher end boots. They've got all the sizes in stock. And then Shannon, the fine proprietor of that place, Shanny Lennox, she's a designer. So when you say, I want custom, she says, let's talk about it. Okay. So she's grabbing all the swatches and she's making you a full-on custom skate. Or you can buy something off the rack. Okay. The coolest thing about it is you can totally rent the practice space. You guys, it's so cheap. It is so cheap. And you can get a couple friends in there if you want. There's a TV. You can Bluetooth with a big old speaker. You can make videos in there. Do whatever you want. It's amazing. So that's Backbeat Skates. So that's a cannot miss. Okay. So now.
Which is literally a block away from Vans. It's
you
like.
You can hit Fountain
really
Valley
like,
Skating Center, Vans,
and
Backbeat Skates like that. We're just holding hands there. Just doing
and
it
that
together.
would be a weekend. Yeah. Literally, like you could fill your weekend with that, plus a boardwalk skate, plus shopping.
Like you could wake up in the morning and go to Vans, and then you can go get some lunch and go to Backbeat.
Well,
and then you could skate.
That depends if you're over 50 or not.
And then you
I'm
can
a
go
one activity a day kind of gal.
The boardwalk and live your what's that show called? Baywatch Dreams. Yeah. Skate up and down there, and then go to the Fountain Valley Skating Center at night. I mean, yeah,
although
you
would do it dirty. Are you still that
totally
much energy?
That. Yes.
So I'm just
if it's all in the same area, no problem. I can go for days. I just don't want to drive anywhere. So speaking of driving, let's say we stayed on the freeway. We jumped back on the freeway, the 405 freeway, and we headed southbound, like for real. Oh, wait, can I just say this? Within Orange County, dude, there's so many skate parks. Like, bless you, child. Bless you. All the skate parks that I used to go to when I was a fan of driving to them, like in Laguna, there's a couple of really nice ones down there. Anyway, there's bless you, child. Bless you. You're not editing that out.
Yes.
Why?
We don't need sneezing.
Would you feel better if I just farted right now?
Actually, yes. That would mean you really...
I have a lot of talents, but that's not one of them. Like, I can't do it on demand. Bless you.
It's funny. I think it's the sweater. Do you ever pull stuff out of a trunk?
Yeah.
And then
dead
it has
bodies. Yeah, the last time I pulled that dead body out, it really made me sneeze.
Okay. Back on track. So you're saying I was not even listening to you because I was busy trying to figure out
Laguna Niguel. Laguna's got some skate parks. Bless you. You guys, it's an epidemic now.
I'm going to take it off.
Yep. Woo. Hey. Okay, so if you're going down the 405 freeway, the San Diego freeway, and you head down to San Diego, you guys, you got to go to Ringer's roller rink. Mm-hmm. Ringer, she's amazing. We used to skate derby together a long time ago. She is a powerhouse, okay? Mm-hmm. Powerhouse. She opened up a facility that was originally called Derby United, and it was for roller derby, flat track, and then a bank track outdoors. She turned a nothing piece of land into the most incredible, beautiful space. She opened it up a week before lockdown and then had to close it. So her and I were on the phone, and I was like, it seems to me that you got yourself a little roller rink now, because roller derby, obviously with the constant contact, wasn't going to be a thing. I mean, we're lucky that the pandemic didn't just kill roller derby. So Isabel Ringer, doing what she does best, pivoting, is like, I'm going to make the most amazing roller rink, and I'm going to make it happen. Derby still goes on there. No problem. I mean, strong with that. But the roller rink atmosphere that she's managed to create is unbelievable. You have to go down there. Such a beautiful space. Yeah. Then when you're down there too, you can go to Skate World in San Diego. I believe that Sin City Skates still has a brick and mortar store. Fritzy's Skate Shop is down there as well.
Yeah, and then there's Prince Park. Alex Road is the other name.
Yeah, Liberty Station
out there, and then,
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's so much.
San Diego, if you go on like Facebook groups, and you'll find San Diego specific groups, join them and ask them, because they can tell you everything that goes on there, and it is more than worth the drive. So realistically, if you're at the Fountain Valley Skating Center and you're going to drive to San Diego, we're talking like probably an hour and a half. Hour and a half, maybe with a little traffic, it might be a little bit longer.
I think an hour and a half even.
Yeah.
Well,
it is totally worth it. Completely 100% worth it. Okay, so if we travel back up, there were, okay, let me try to picture this. You got LA, you got Long Beach, you've got Orange County, and then you got San Diego, and then up above here, but coastal, you're going to get Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the place we're going.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. There's a private skate park. It's called Orchid, and it's beautifully painted wood bowl, wood ramps, indoor and outdoor. And that one, I think to reserve a time, that place you can't just show up. You have to reserve ahead of time. And I think the way to do that would be like through social media.
Yeah.
Look up Orchid Skate Park. That's how I did it. And anyway, it's a beautiful spot, but one that you don't have to reserve or fuss. I hope it's still there now that I'm thinking about it, is Malibu Bowl.
Oh God, yeah.
It's a wood bowl.
Oh my
it's
God,
so beautiful.
yeah. So as you probably maybe have heard, there was some large fires here, and in the Malibu area, and her and I have skated at this skate park in Malibu. It's always empty. It's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
And it's got the most insane, beautiful ocean view.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and that's a nice bowl for a beginner, and anybody can do it.
I have to tell you this before I forget. There are 2 skate shops in the LA area that you need to go to, particularly if you're into like rhythm skating, fibers, but you could also get customs galore at both of these shops. Okay, one of them is called Roller Skates of America, and that is in Lawndale. And you need to talk to Skateman Rick when you go there.
Rick.
If Skateman Rick's not there, you're going to talk to Kevin, okay? These guys will totally take care of you. She's smiling because she
love
knows.
them. They're so sweet.
Yeah, super cool. And been in skating forever. So if you're looking for custom skates, go there. Okay, if you're looking for anything in the rhythm genre of skating, go there. But if you're just looking for regular skates, go there. If you want to pick up a pair of rollerblades, we're not here to judge. We listen, we don't judge, okay? You can get your rollerblades there too. Also, in the city of Paramount, there is Skate Fanatics, and that's SK8 Fanatics. And you're going to go there and you're going to talk to Pete or Pri, and they will set you up. They've done a lot of celebrity stuff. So if that interests you, you got to go see them. They have a very nice shop. You know what's kind of crazy too? I don't think people know this, but within Southern California, you know what else is here? The warehouse and factory for S1 helmets and pads.
Yeah. You could call them up. Hey,
call them up and get a little tour. He's probably like, don't tell people to come. But also Sure Grip's here. Sure Grip's here. And what city are they? Southgate. They're in Southgate. I mean, there is Southern California is a crazy place. 10 miles from the Fountain Valley Skating Center is Holiday Skate that was built 6 months before Fountain Valley.
Are you guys rivals?
No. It's so funny. People, whenever someone opens up another rink like Pigeon's not only got Long Beach that's set to reopen, she just opened up in Mission Viejo, which is in Orange County, right? And so many people, I teach at Long Beach. I'm going to teach at Mission Viejo this weekend.
Ooh.
And people were like, oh my God, like, you know, like it's some kind of thing. Like, oh, are you guys worried about that? Like this other place opened or they're doing this or that. Honey, high tide raises all boats. Okay?
I love when you say that.
High tide raises all boats. We need many different facilities attracting new skaters or giving skaters the vibe that they need and want, okay? We can't say we're going to try to corner the market and leave everyone else. That's not how this thing works. We need, like rinks that closed during the pandemic, that was a bummer for us. We don't want that happening. We need places for all the skaters to skate. If they skate regularly, they will bump around at different rinks, okay? So you can go to Chino. There's Skate Express. There's Cal Skate. This is Inland Empire, so there's 2 rinks out there. Really, like Chino is the rink you want to go to if you are good, like you're real good, and you want to just get out on the rink and just, get fired up. That's where you want to go at night. Okay, they've got very specific sessions that are going to be really, really good for you. So every rink is kind of known for something. Every rink has a special night. So if you're a particular kind of skater, you can email me. Tell me what you're looking to do, and I can help you navigate that. There's also in Murrieta, there's Epic. It's called Epic Rollertainment. Beautiful rink, right? And there's people that skate at Fountain Valley, teach at Fountain Valley, that teach and skate there, that DJ there, that we're just moving around. So the fact that Holiday is 10 miles from us helps the community in skate. It helps them skate because the people can't get there. They come to us. They can't come to us. They go to another place. The more you have, the better. So yeah, no competition.
You would love a skatecation in California. You would love it. Southern California.
Yes.
I mean, northern as well, but we don't know much about that.
I've been up there a few times.
Yeah.
Been up there a few times.
Plan a trip.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about what we don't know.
Come see Dirty at Fountain Valley Skating Center and then plan around that.
Or just listen. Email me before dirtyschoolofskate@gmail and tell me you're coming. It was so funny because I got an email just a week ago from this guy, and he's like, hey, hey, Dirty, kind of like, I watched all your videos and you're probably not going to answer this, but I'm coming with 4 other skaters September. He's giving me the dates. I'm kind of looking at the schedule at the rink. I'm not really understanding what we could do if you could, help me. 5 minutes later, I'm like, excellent. You're coming these days. I've got it on the calendar. He's gonna end up in your car. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this, right? So then he emails me back. He's like, "Wow, I was not even expecting a response, but thank you so much. We're so excited." And it turns out like he's Scottish. He's got someone from England, someone from Spain, like their whole little group, and now they're super excited because.
Because they're gonna meet Dirty Deborah Harry in person.
Listen, if I were going somewhere. And I said, hey, what's up? How do you do that? And they responded to me. Like, I would love that because
of course.
Every time I go somewhere and I don't know what's up, it's such a pain in the ass, right?
Yeah.
I feel like with just a simple response, I can cut all that and then you can have the best possible experience. And I want in my life's mission of getting you to join the cult of roller skating, I will do this work, I will help you understand where you need to go. But I'm just thinking, have I missed any cool spots?
You're really good at this, Dirty. I'm just living with you.
Okay.
Let me think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so this is super cool. This is in May. In May, Moxie has a skate camp.
Oh, Woodward.
Yeah, and it's at Woodward West, which is in a town called Tehachapi.
Yeah. Now that's a bit of a drive. So
Tehachapi is a drive, and I'm talking like from Long Beach, it's like 3 hours. 3 hours. The destination, when you get to Woodward West, it's like an adult camp. You go there and massive indoor and outdoor skate park. Very friendly. Beginners can do it. It's on what, the 15th,
May
16th?
16th, 17th,
18th.
Yeah. Do they do Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah. 16th, 17th, and 18th.
Yeah, that's the
May
Moxie
2025.
Skate Camp. Moxie Skate Camp. Okay. I'm going to be teaching at that too.
I know.
And
it's going to be cool.
I've never
teaching.
taught at that one. So I'm super excited. So if you're a newer skater and you're unsure as to whether or not you should go because you're unsure as to whether or not there will be any classes for you, yes, there will be because I'll be there. And then the other thing, in July is RollerCon, which is in Las Vegas. And you might say, but Las Vegas is not in Southern California. Well, it might as well be because the vast majority of people in Vegas are from Southern California. It is a quick 45-minute plane ride over to RollerCon in Las Vegas.
Because Dirty takes planes.
Oh, I ain't driving. Listen, you can drive if you want. It's actually kind of cool if you've never experienced the desert. The desert, for real desert, driving through the desert. Mm-hmm. And once you do it, you're like, oh my God, this is where they do all those movies. Driving to Vegas is fun. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Are you doing RollerCon this year?
Yes, I'm going to teach a RollerCon. Totally.
Didn't know.
Driving to Vegas can be super fun if you do it with a lot of people. You get to stop at all the roadside attractions. It's actually really fun. But like if you hit some traffic, you better have supplies and don't be driving an electric car. Okay. You get stuck in the desert. Get stuck in the desert. So gas. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now let me say this. If you're going to RollerCon, you can 45-minute plane ride. You can be in Southern California and do the whole trip. You could be at RollerCon. You can come to Southern California. You can go to skate parks, the beach, skating rinks, all of that. And can I just say also, when you're in Vegas, there are 2 roller rinks out there, Crystal Palace and Skate Rock City. You can skate at those rinks too. So, not quite Southern California, but it is related.
Good thinking. Excellent information.
I know. I'm excited though. I've never taught at Moxie Skate Camp, and I've been to Woodward West twice.
Oh my God, I'm so bummed I'm not going to be there with you.
Did you know that there used to be a roller rink in every town out here
No way.
back in the day? Oh my God. Every town had its own roller rink. Every town. Up and down the freeway, you just get off and go to roller rinks.
What happened?
Okay, let's talk about it. Why is your local roller rink closing? Or why did you once have one? Okay.
If you tell me it's because of pickleball.
Okay. Pickleball. Okay. F pickleball. Pickleball, I'm just going to give you my... You may love the sport of pickleball, and God love you for loving it, but it is the invasive species of sport. It cannot build its own court. It has to take over something that someone else was already using. I don't know, for like volleyball, hockey, street hockey, roller derby, whatever. You got this little space. Equestrian. For real. And then they build a bunch of pickleball courts on it. I'm just going to get feisty here and say, if you're playing pickleball, it's because you're too unathletic for tennis, too poor for golf. That's right in there. Now, I get that it's fun and blah, 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 but go build your own courts. Stop taking over places that are already in business. I don't care.
So much hate.
Listen, if I'm known as a girl that hates pickleball and pickleball people because they're invasive species of sport.
You don't hate the pickleball people.
I don't hate people who play pickleball. Listen, go build your own court. Or how about this? How come whenever I go to the tennis courts, I can skate all over them? Why? Because ain't nobody playing tennis on it. Why don't you go play pickleball on that? Like, why don't we you got 16 courts, right? Why don't you take, I don't know, 5, 10 of them and divvy them up into pickleball? Okay.
I just like hearing you
at the beach in Long Beach. I'm sorry. At the beach in Long Beach, this enrages me. Okay. This enrages me. For decades, there are these basketball courts, okay? Okay, the place affectionately is known as Horny Corner, okay? Back in the day, that's what this area is called. Anyway, it's in Belmont Shore, okay? There is a handball court. Dudes be playing handball, like straight out of prison, coming over, playing handball with the little ball, right? Okay, they're doing that. Then you have like 4 basketball courts. Trust and believe, these basketball courts were going hard all the time. You would see professionals would be out there, semi-professional, college players. It was great because sometimes you could just hang out there and watch, and you'd see guys playing, and you'd see like, this was always fun because it was like, let's say 10 years ago, you'd see a female college basketball player playing with guys, and it was great. Like, it was so fun to watch, and it was cool. It's like, it was a thing like you could just hang out and watch basketball. Like, and it great, super fun, right? Did they not take 2 of those courts that are fully used, been used for decades by basketball players, and turn them into pickleball? Can I just say that when you put pickleball next to basketball, it's not this. It's not like, oh, you know what you can do? In Long Beach, Wanapero, down there, they have big basketball courts. During the pandemic, they took the nets down, so stupid, but great for us because it turned them into roller rinks. When the nets went back up, can I just say that basketball players and roller skaters, we're good. We are good. Mm-hmm. We know how to move around each other. Roller skaters are cool. Like if the guys are playing basketball, girls are playing basketball, everything's cool. We kind of find an area they're not skating and we skate there and we're all good. But they have this one half court and then they...
Who's they? Pickleball?
In Long Beach, they have this... Okay, so they have the big court. There's Belmont Shore and there's Wanapero. So this is Wanapero. They have a big basketball court. And then they have a half court. And at the end of the half court, they drew out this thing for pickleball. And I'm like... I always go and skate there, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you go there early morning, like Saturday morning, these dudes are out there with... It's like their girlfriends or wives, I don't know. And they are intensely playing pickleball. Like, so intense that you're just like, calm down, Johnny. Like, you need to settle. It's like they gotta win. Like, they've been losing all week long, and this is the moment they gotta win. They yelling at their partners, getting all crazy.
Let's do our next podcast in front of a pickleball court.
Right.
And you can just get feisty about all
my
what you're
favorite thing
observing.
about this, though, I got to get this in. You think I don't go and skate right next to him? So this one guy's just shooting, basketball. He's just by himself. And I roll in and I go, hey, dude, do you mind if I just kind of roll around? He's like, no. And I said, well, the good thing is if the ball gets away from you, I'll get it. Like, we're good. We're working together. We're cool, right? Pickleball people, dude, they were not having it. I'm just skating around. And apparently I am a distraction.
Oh, did someone shut you down?
No, God, no. I'm like, please say something to me. I would invite the interaction. I don't see it as a confrontation. I see it as an opportunity for me to talk to you about how goofy that situation is. But anyway, like, they gave up basketball courts for pickleball. It'd be one thing if it was never used by, like, the massive amounts of tennis courts in the city. I would be for it. And tennis, pickleball, it's like same thing, racket, ball. To put that stuff together. So anyway.
I hear you.
Did I just go off on a mass tangent?
Yeah, and I sidebarred you because I asked you originally, why don't we have roller rinks in every city? And I said, if you tell me it's because of pickleball. But
Okay,
I know
no.
it's
The
not
reason why
because
we
of
don't.
pickleball.
Okay, so this is the quick version. A vast amount of roller rinks were built in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. All right. The early versions of them were absolutely all of them were family owned. They stayed within the families for a couple of generations, maybe 2 generations, 3 generations. And then they were either sold to someone else as a roller rink or sold to someone else for another purpose. They did that for a number of reasons. Oftentimes when it's in the same family, they would not necessarily have the funds to keep the roller rink building in good shape. It's extremely expensive to have the building, to rehab the floor, to maintenance the floor. So many people have this idea that, well, you get all these people in here and you're making all this money. But there is a lot to go into a business that is literally all these people are coming through and they're using the toilets, they're using the floor, they're using the carpet, the benches, the rental skates, all the machinery that goes into producing all the food, and I mean the AC, the heat, the roof. Oh my God, the roof, the parking. So there's just a ton. So at some point, the business wasn't enough to sustain the building.
So roller skating got less and less popular.
Totally. And it goes in cycles. So when people see the popularity of it, they wonder, hey, how come there's none of these rinks? Mm-hmm. It's because at some point it was less popular, less business, and the financial demands to keep the rink in good working order, not to mention insurance, etc., makes it necessary for them to either close the rink, sell the building, sell the land. If they don't own the land, they're on a lease. The person who has the lease is like, or owns the building or owns the land, who's leasing it out to the business, decides, listen, it's just easier for me to make this a storage facility. You guys are out. The other thing that happened was, especially in Southern California, in the 80s, like there was a thing where land got really valuable and a lot of developers came in. So developers came in when families had rinks that, were in like condition-wise, very expensive to rehab, and said, hey, we'll take it off your hands kind of thing. And so so there's a lot of people that want to, so we lost a lot of rinks is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Yeah. A lot of rinks got lost during the pandemic because they couldn't take that financial hit. So in order to open up a brand new rink, we're finding out now that it's a little bit easier and possible if you're doing something of a different model than the traditional roller rink.
Like Pigeon.
Right. You go in and you find a space that was occupied by something else and you're kind of turning it into a rink. Or you are turning it into a rink. It's a different experience than a traditional roller rink, but nonetheless, it's fun and it's a great place to skate. So I'm hoping in the future, as all of these younger people are getting into it and they're seeing these dilapidated places or abandoned places in their cities, and they're going to the city and talking to them and saying, hey, I've got an idea. And even if it's a pop-up situation where it's just for 3 months, I think we're going to see a future in skating and skating rinks, but they may not look like the traditional roller rink.
Well, let's hope Fountain Valley lasts forever.
We're going on 50 years.
Oh, wow.
50 years. So
are we going to have some major birthday party?
Right.
Ryan's like, no.
Right. It's funny. I don't know. And I feel like we're so... Okay, so sometimes people think we're not busy because their local rink is open like on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. But we're literally open every day and every night. So for us to ever say like we're going to do something, we're like, when are we going to do it? When they add an 8th day to the calendar,
or I don't know,
some time off.
Maybe make all your sessions just your 50th year. Like, maybe we need
coming
to
up. So,
do something.
Yeah, it's so heartbreaking for me when I see roller rinks close down, obviously. But then you see people trying new things. Like I love it on social media when it's like, oh, there's a rink in, somewhere. And obviously, it's mostly here in the U.S., but in Canada, Australia, I see a lot going on. It's awesome. Awesome. And you know what's funny is I just posted today about my sister. And I said my sister is big in Japan because in the early 80s, my sister did a skating tour where they opened up a whole string of rinks in Japan. And she went on a tour there where she performed at all these different rinks. But that's when skating, there was a huge boom in skating and these investors in Japan put a bunch of money in it. But, even there, those rinks mostly don't exist. So, and they have had, Shannon from Backbeat goes regularly to Japan and she has skated in rinks there. So there are some there, So I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's a lot of good intel, Dirty. Thank you, because I actually have a friend on social media that is planning a trip for a skatecation in California. And I will be sharing this podcast with her. Yeah. Shout out to Hot Wheels. And Kelly. That's her name. Kelly.
If you guys, I am not joking. If you email me and tell me when you're coming and what's available to you, I promise you, I may not answer you right away, but sometimes I do. I will answer you. I will answer you and I will help you. And again, I'm not in the business of like, you can only come to my stuff. I'll tell you. If I know what area you're going to be in and what's good out there, I will tell you. And I will help you get a good skating experience because literally that's all we want. I want to be the skating ambassador for you for Southern California. Okay?
Dirty Queen.
Here to help you.
Dirty Boss Queen. Okay. Dirty D.
I just,
Queen.
You know why I think I have more time now. I've decided to be less busy.
I noticed. I miss you.
Dude, I've decided
when you're
to be
not
less busy,
we're not together.
No, that's true.
So it's hard for me. I have withdrawals, dirty withdrawals. house.
I think we took a couple weeks off. We closed the rink for a couple weeks to do the
know,
floor and
yeah.
everything. And I got a small taste of being off like during the holidays and stuff. And I was like, I might just roll this right into January. And if you think, because I post so much about classes and stuff, you must think, oh my God, that girl's so busy. But I've scaled back.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I think if anyone deserves some a little more peace and quiet in their life, it would
It's
be
my
you.
husband.
Maybe.
It's funny because the less I work,
So was that like a New Year's like resolution
Sure.
thing that you
Nah.
did?
Yeah, kind of. I was like, let's do less.
That was something you'd always yell at me.
Do less. Okay, let's save that for our next podcast. Our next podcast episode. So it won't be 6 months from now because I think we're gonna wrap this one up. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then we're gonna come back and talk about doing less.
Okay, deal.
Let's do
Well,
that.
thank you for sharing all of your knowledge about skate places with your dirty listeners, because I really do think it's valuable for someone who is planning a life trip.
Can I also say, please, if you've made it this long, congratulations. You are awesome. Also, if I left anyone out, I mean, no shade.
Aw.
Please.
You're
Again,
so kind. You think
I'm
of
not.
everybody.
I'm not. I love all the different skating opportunities that we have here in Southern California. We are so privileged because God gave us the best weather, and that's why
Yeah.
we can do all these things. We invite you. We want to meet you. I don't know if you know this, but Californians are friendly,
Yeah.
even aggressively friendly. And we want you here.
We're proud
want
of
to
our
help you.
aggressive
We are.
friendliness.
We're friendly, and I think it's because the weather's good. All right, you guys, we got to wrap it up. Hey, shout out to Old Bones. Old Bones, because I'm in my compression sock era. And you should be too. Cute shirt though, right? I feel very baseball-y.
You're beautiful, Dirty Dober Harry.
Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up. All right,
the
you
people
guys.
bye.
Love you. We'll talk to you soon. Go practice.
Bye, everyone.